Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. How are we getting on? Welcome back to another episode of Through the Keyhole. So we have 4 more camp builds today that I found around the wasteland in Fallout 76 to take a look at. Hopefully they'll provide a little bit of inspiration and a few ideas for your own builds. There's some very, very cool ones in here. As always, if you'd like to appear on the series, we should have a new episode coming up with your camps very, very soon. So all details down in the description if you want to catch up and have a look at those. And also, as usual, this is not my builds, this is just camps I found through the player vending system. So credit where it's due. But now let's jump in and take a look. Yay, so camp number 1. We are right over by Harpers Ferry, just around the back in fact, not far from the armory down there. And just by the railway line here we have a nice little sort of railway station themed build. So this one I actually found a couple of weeks ago and I've been hanging on to. And it's a really cool little structure. I like the look of it. It's nicely lined up there with the railway track. It's got a cool little approach to this. This first building is obviously the main trading area and crafting area, the main sort of front of the camp for any visitors. I like that they've got a tiny little room there with the 2 vending units just sort of peering through the window so you can access them from the outside there. Nice tucked out the way, discreet and tidy. It's very, very cool. All your crafting essentials tucked inside, and nice little decoration job done on it as well. It's not overdone. I'm not the biggest fan of the mounted animal heads, but I'm seeing them an awful lot lately, so that's probably got something to do with it. But everything you need looks in keeping with the theme, which is very, very cool. So, on to building number 2. I have a really cool little bar tucked around the back. I noticed this evening in the mire as I recorded this, and yeah, that blue light is very, very distinctive and odd, but very characterful as well. It's grown on me over the last 18 months, to be honest. So, another little vendor inside the bar. I assume that's got chems and the like in it, and presumably alcohol, keeping in theme of the little structure that we're in here. Nice little area, nice little bar area back there as well to brew. What bar doesn't need its cannon? This makes sense to me. I suppose if you want to fire booze directly into customers' mouths, why not? Not the best view out the back, but it is sort of towards the edge of the map here, so got to work with what you're given. Head on back round. Nice little seating area and a statue as well. Place to hang out. Admire the power armor. So just at the back here, we've got a little tower that I really like. I would like to have seen a little bit more done with it actually, because it's a really cool idea. Putting the windmill right up on the top of this tower must have taken some work actually. I imagine it would be a little uncooperative trying to do that. But a really cool little design, and kind of disappears a little bit at the back of the camp there. It could have been quite a cool set piece really, that, but I very much like the idea, so something along those lines may have to be borrowed at some point, we'll see. But that's the idea, give a bit of inspiration. And this is more the player home here. Got a little bit of a bedroom, a little bit of decoration, all the essentials, somewhat story clothes, and a nice little chill out space in the back. Very nice. Swing back around and have a look at the overview of the camp. All in all, it's nice to see camps with sort of separate little buildings as well. It's something I need to take a bit of a crack at some point. I have a habit of focusing on a single structure more than anything else, so I must try a slightly different approach there, but really nicely pulled off here. Particularly like that first impression you get from the train station there as well. It's really, really cool. It looks great. Very nice job done on that. So, on to camp number 2, and this one's a little bit different actually. On first glance, it's not really the sort of thing I would have gone for, but there's a couple of ideas in here that I like, and sort of with a little bit of adaptation, might be more my style, but there's some cool stuff in here as well, so definitely a good source of inspiration. We've got the owner hanging around there who was distinctly AFK, because this was the last place I visited on this particular server, and he'd been sat there the whole time, so clearly wandered off somewhere. Bit of a raider vibe, particularly with the vending there on the side. I like the way this is lined up on both sides of the road and leaves it sort of open. I think I'd have embraced that a little more fully personally. Maybe cleared out the steps, put them at the other end, and taken the terminal and stuff off the road. Just left sort of a clean way through the middle. Take a look upstairs. Personally, I tend to avoid these grated floors, but on this one they give it a kind of different feel and a different look, which I quite like. it's room for a mixed debate, I think, on whether or not it's particularly secure, because obviously creatures can fire up at you, but it also makes it easier if you're being attacked for you to just shoot down without having to bother going outside, which is kind of a win there. There's also plenty of turrets around, I suppose, so not too much of a problem. Really like the lighting in here as well. Gone for the oil lamps primarily and the fire barrels. I'm not entirely sure, I need to have a look at this, but I've got a sneaking suspicion Bethesda have recently tweaked those fire barrels. They used to give off a weird blue light, rather than the obvious orange one, but I haven't noticed it so much lately. In fact, it looks more like if they might have fixed that. I don't know, it depends what angle you're looking at them from, to be honest. Something I'll have to look into. But, I have a very, very cool little build. Personally, I think I'd have embraced the sort of open nature of the build a little more, rather than using the half walls that I'd probably use railings, but to each their own. The generator tucked out the way on the top there, because it's a prime target for any attack, so keep it out of the way is a good idea. Yeah, a couple of little things in here that I'd like for a really good idea, a good bit of inspiration. Getting railings around the stairs is a bit of a nightmare as well, so putting the display cases up there is quite a good idea as well. A little poke around the side here, so we've got a little farm, a couple of water purifiers, and an extractor down there. Again, this has almost got a train station vibe in and of itself as well, which is quite cool. I don't know. I don't think there's anywhere in the game where there's actually double train tracks, otherwise I might think about doing something along those lines, but I think they're all single, which is unfortunate. But all in all, very nice. I like this one a lot. So, camp number 3. Seems to be a bit of a running theme with this particular episode, that the camps that I would not normally have gone that I like, but then something else about them has made me stop and go actually on second thought, which is really cool as well, actually. It's good to sort of think outside the box. And with this one, as you probably already noticed, the floating is what would normally put me off. That's not really my cup of tea, which is, I suppose, absolutely fine, since it's not my camp. But there we go. However, the lighting in this particular camp, coupled with the sort of blue light in the evening in the mire, is absolutely brilliant. I really love it. We've got the door code over the top in neon lighting there. And look at that, that's bright. Hope you brought your sunglasses. So, there's actually not very much neon at all in this build, just outside the door there really, with the numbers over the door is about the only thing that's neon. I mean, you could argue those icicles are, but you could also argue they're not as well, I suppose. But you've got a lot of blue light from those, plus the oil lamps, coupling with the red colour of the plants there, really gives it a distinctly contrasting colour look to it, which is really cool. It's a really, really bright, vivid look to the place, which is pretty unique. I like it a lot. I do like the use of the greenhouses around the outside as sort of separate rooms. That's a little different as well. It's a cool idea. Nice bit of decoration inside there. It gives using the greenhouse gives the place a different feel and kind of compartmentalises it, which is quite nice. And once you're actually in here, you wouldn't know it's floating, so that's cool. I like the different uses of the use of different levels rather. It's quite cool. Something to be embraced, keep things a little bit more interesting. I'm quite impressed that they've actually managed to attach it to the side of a floating building, actually. It's not bad going. One of the other cool little details about this, which is kind of easy to overlook a little, I think, is that despite how well decorated it is, it's actually really easy to move around this building, which can be a bit of an issue sometimes. To get it fully decorated and looking lived in, it can be a bit cramped sometimes. But in this case, I've managed to have it not feel too big and spacious, but not too tiny and cramped either. It's a really nice balance to struck there. A little fire vending area back there. There's some nice angled roofs on there as well, which just kind of break up the form factor a little bit, which is really, really cool. All in all, I like this one a lot. But I think more than anything, that colour is striking. Might have tried to avoid having the wire run right across the door, but it doesn't exactly impede you, so it's all good. I do like the Vault Boy statues from VTU sitting out front. There we go. Another very bright, colourful, and very, very well suited to the Maya build. The colours work really well with the location there. Very, very cool. So, the last build of the day is down in the Cranberry Bog. The weather might belie that fact. And it's a really cool little location, this. It's actually an existing location, and I really wish I'd managed to get it in better weather, because it would have probably done it a bit more justice. But what they've done here really blends into the environment very well, which I was really impressed by. It's really, really cool. So we've got a shop and a garage here. These are two existing buildings, and then tucked on the side there, you can see we've got the bar that we'll take a look at in just a moment, which is player built. Which is really, really cool how this works together. Nice little garage vibe here with a bike in there that was obviously already here. all the essentials, the workbenches in there. Tucking the power armor station in the front and using that open one that you can walk through is a good idea as well. It makes best use of the space, which is really, really cool. Gotta love the little carport for the ruined pickup there. Stuck on the boxes. I imagine, well, pretty darn sure actually that those were in situ before the player occupied the place. Swinging round, we have the shop here. Obviously not enough room to fit all of the vending machines inside, but we've got a couple crammed in here, which is cool. There's a lot of debris in here that the players obviously had to work around, but they've done a really good job of incorporating into the build, which is nice. A couple of vending machines around the back there. Bit of a snug fit, but when you're using existing structures, you've got to make the best of it. The arch there for taking your decontamination shower if you need to. Just tucked in out the way, kind of blends in as well. A bit more obvious on the way out. All fits in quite nicely with the build. It's really, really cool. Yeah, at the same time as I say the weather doesn't necessarily flatter the build, it does kind of make it blend into the environment a little bit more, so in that regard it's quite cool. So, coming on into the bar, we've got one of the casino wallpapers that were recently released even in the Atomic Shop, and that's been put to good use here. Also quite liking the little accent wall at the back there. Everything works quite well. Having that nice clean wallpaper and stuff makes the White Spring bars and the display cases there that I forget the name of now, they were a part of the Thanksgiving set, makes them fit much better because they can often look too clean, so they've done a nice job of making it look good there, which is really cool. Little sleeping area up top. I think for myself I might have skipped the garage door there, to be honest, and gone with a wall, but to each their own. So it took me a little while before I actually registered that this Nuka-Cola machine is in fact a door, which actually, as it turns out, was locked, but it's unfortunate because I would have liked to have a little shufty in the back there. But very, very cool. It blends in so well that I didn't initially realise it was even a door, which often it kind of stands out a lot and it's really obvious, but in that case, not so much, which is cool. So, walking around the back, the last little section of this build, a little brewing crafting area out back under the lean-to there, very nice. I've got to try to snap some sort of support under the roof if I could there, rather than have the corner floating a bit, but it works. Here we've got a little bit of free water apparently, which is nice. Done a good job of running the cables for the power of those water purifiers, and even through the door as well. That can be a little bit awkward to do sometimes, so nice job there. Come around the back. I'm not quite sure what they're going for with this tent. I'm guessing access is only via the building, but I can't even see an entrance to it at all. You can't really get into it. Maybe I'm missing something, I don't know. There might be a door just sort of where we can't quite see it. I'm not quite sure what they're going for with that. They seem to only have the potted plants there, but interesting idea. Maybe they're growing something they shouldn't be. Either way, a very, very cool build, and in fact I'm sufficiently impressed with this that I might try something in the same location myself before too long, because I really like this idea in this spot. It's really, really cool. Plus, I don't build in the Cranberry Bog very often, so that'll be nice. Yeah, all in all, some very, very cool builds. So, as I say, as usual, these are not my builds. I've found them via the player vending system, so huge props to the players who have built these particular camps. They're very, very cool. Thank you very much for the inspiration. I hope you guys and girls are staying safe and that you enjoyed the video. As you may have noticed, I'm making best use of the time, trying to get out as much content as I possibly can for you, keep everybody busy, and myself included. But hopefully we'll make the best of this. But for now, thank you very much for watching. I do hope you enjoyed this. As usual, social media links, buttons down below, all that good stuff. If you want to show your support, it's very, very much appreciated. Hit the bell notification for the streams as well, and come hang out. For now, thank you very much for watching, and I look forward to speaking to you all very, very soon.